Hi guys, how are you today? Okay, so this is my regular stats class and we're going to talk about the significance of t today. So in our last independent t-test video, and this will go for all t-tests, but we've only had independent t-tests. You remember the data we did last week is up here on the board. So we threw paper airplanes and every single person, every student made a dart airplane. And we threw the dart 5 times, you all took averages, you entered it on the spreadsheet, I ran the data. And then I gave you subsets of the data to run. This is my data, okay? The other airplane we flew was a V-wing. And we also flew a Sprinter, but I have the V-wing data. And that's the data I did, but you might have the Sprinter data. So I have the data up here on the board. So the dart on average flew 4.43 meters and the V-wing flew 3.9 meters. And you're asking yourselves, well, is that different or not? And how do I know that's different, or how do I know that's the same? Basically the same. So we calculated our standard deviations. We got the n of each. We got the standard error of measurement. Watch the first video if you don't know how to do that. It's in the first video on independent t-tests. Then I calculated the SED. I got our degrees of freedom. I got a t of 1.325. Okay, so with the t value, all you're doing is saying is if this minus that, could be in either order either, right? So is 4.43 really different from 3.90 when we calculate in the variance between the two, okay? So our t critical, when we looked it up in the chart, was plus or minus 2.0, and that's as far as we got. So today what I want to do is do a quick video and just show you how you can see if that t is critical or not. This is not in any book I've ever read. I just made this up like 30 years ago, okay? So it is stuck. So the first thing I do to determine if something is significant, and I have beginners at t-tests, right, is I create a timeline of some sort, okay? And with 0 in the middle. And let's do it by 3s this time. Okay? So this is -1, -2, -3. This is +1, +2, +3. Now, we're going to take the t critical and we're going to do the negative and the positive of the t critical. So our t critical is 2. So we go to -2. Okay, and I go to +2. Okay, and I'm just going to make a box, like so, around those two numbers. And inside the box, there's no significant difference. No significance. It's not significant. No significant. Yeah, not significant. We'll put a t on it. How's that? Oh, t. Not significant. Okay. Everything outside of the box, any value outside of the box, then is significant. Okay. So anything out here or out here is significant. And the reason that works is because the reason that this works is because it doesn't really matter. You remember, to get t, we take the mean of group 1 minus the mean of group 2, and we divide it by the standard error of difference. Okay? It doesn't matter which one of these comes first. I could put the V-wing over here and make it group 1, and I could put the dart over there and make it group 2. So it comes out as a plus or minus. So in your t critical, always include the plus or minus. It's wrong if you don't. Okay, so go ahead and do that. So you can see if it's greater than 2, it's going to be significant, or if it's less than -2, it's significant. So in our case, I don't think we can see I'll do it in red. It's 1.325, so here's +1, and here's about 1/3. So it's right here. Okay? So it's in that not significant zone, right? It's in this zone here of not significant. Okay? So my statement, so essentially I say, well, there's really no difference between 4.43 and 3.9, okay, in this instance. All has to do with the variance. So the statement is, there is no significant difference between the average distance, the DART airplane, DART, and the wing flew. Okay? So that's the non-significant. So if you have data that turned out not significant, this is your statement. Okay? Perfect, right? Good? Ready for me to change gears just a little bit? Because those of you that did the Sprinter may have found a difference. So let me teach you how to write that, okay? So let's erase the statement. You can always stop your video and write it with me, right? I don't tend to go too fast. And let's just say that I get different data here, okay? So let's just say, and I'm not going to change all the data, I'll just change some of it, okay? Let's go ahead and erase that. And let's say that I get a t-value that's equal to 3.14. And my t-crit is still going to be plus or minus 2.00. So I go out here and I see my t-value, 3.14 would be all the way out here, right? Okay? And that's not inside the box, right? Not inside the box. So there's a significant difference. And here's where I stray a little bit from AP on this statement. I don't like you to just write there's a significant difference between them, because that doesn't tell the reader anything. If you went and told somebody there's a significant difference between how far the airplanes flew, doesn't tell me what kind of airplane I want to make. Just tells me there's a difference. Doesn't give me any direction. I always say, give me direction, okay? So in this case, I would write, I'm looking at my means. You go back and you look at your means and you say, running out of ink. The DART airplane flew significantly farther than the viewing. And that's how you do that. You can write it in the negative also. You could just write the viewing flew significantly less than the DART. Here I just have the X. I always go with the bigger one. It's just easier. It just always makes it right. So there you go. Okay? So when you come to class this week, guys, for my regular stats class, I want you to come with your calculations all done. Okay, and do them in the spreadsheet I gave you. And then I want you to have written your statement, and I will ask you to read it. Okay. And then we're going to get busy, and we're going to finish off your results section, and we're going to get ready to write the methods later in the week. Okay? All right, guys. Take care. See you this week.